It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe and Carrie.
You can listen to us on the K92.3 app and on this podcast.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Monday. We hope you had an excellent weekend and you're ready to rock and roll with us here today. Carrie, how was your weekend?
It was a lot of fun. I got to do a lot of cool stuff. I got to hang out with you on our Football Friday, our last Football Friday, I think, of the year, and our last Football Friday together before you leave for different horizons. And
that's right. Yeah, as far as we know, it's the last one.
Yeah. And then I was at Verizon. That's kind of a rhyme. Verizon in Waterloo on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. 11 to 1. Had a good time. Met some cool people. Got to hand out some cool stuff.
Well, that's beautiful.
Gabe, how was your weekend?
It was great.
You don't want to add anything to that?
It was a great time. Just a lot of work packing and stuff. Just a whole lot of. But what's nice is I've never been in a situation where I got to have movers.
Right.
I have movers this go round.
And they're not your friends who you pay with pizza and beer.
No, not even close. These movers are expensive.
Oh,
so
dang.
They're costing a pretty penny. So we have to just kind of put some stuff in boxes. There's really not like a ton we have to do. But at the same time, you know, you're going through stuff and it's just so strange how much crud, thank you, that you just accumulate.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That you're just like, I don't need this at all.
I have a great way for you to save money on moving.
Oh, yeah?
Don't move.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we have got the 5-second rule game to warm on up the brain stems here today. Carrie, in 5 seconds or less.
Yep.
I want you to name 3 job titles.
CEO, CFO, and sales manager.
There you go.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Gabe, name 3 national parks.
Yellowstone National Park.
Mm-hmm. Have you finished the show yet?
I have finished the show. I don't know if I can name any more national parks. Yosemite National Park. Yosemite. Is that like a character? Yosemite Sam?
Yosemite Sam. Yeah, that's it. But that's still a national park. You got it.
Yeah. I don't know if I can think of another national park at the moment. What's a national park?
I can't even think of one either.
Oh, no.
Those are the only 2 I can think of. National park.
We really should know this.
We really should. We should know our country a little bit better.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, of course. Why didn't we even think about that?
I don't think about that as a park. I think about that as like a monument, even though I know it's not.
A natural monument.
Yeah.
We should change national parks to natural monuments. That sounds cool.
That's also like Rocky Mountain National Park. Rocky Mountain, I think of as like something you go look at.
Yeah, I say we bring this up with the Parks and Recreation people of the United States.
I'm with you.
We write them a letter.
All right. Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, I want you to name 3 jobs you've had in your life.
On-air morning show host.
Sure.
Camp counselor. And street team intern. I was a promotions intern in Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
Gabe, I want you to name 3 different sports that don't involve a ball.
So hockey. I think we've done this one, actually. So hockey.
You hit me with it, so.
Badminton.
Okay.
They use a birdie or a shuttlecock. And then we're going to go figure skating.
Okay. I like that.
All right. Carrie, I want you to name... Can you name 3 parts... You were in band. Can you name 3 parts of a drum kit?
The sticks.
That's a great start.
The skin. I think that's what you call the top of the drum.
Oh, I don't know. But sure, yeah, I believe you. I don't know.
The bass.
The bass drum.
Yeah, the bass drum.
The snare, the cymbals.
There we go. Right on.
Sure.
Gabe, I want you to name 3 different parts of a motorcycle.
The carburetor. You have the seat. Mm-hmm. You have your brake line. Mm-hmm. I could actually list off a few, I think.
Yeah, right on.
I put one together, I don't know, 4 years ago or something.
That's so cool.
I've lost some of the knowledge or whatever, but...
Just YouTube it.
All I did was YouTube it, try and fail, and then eventually
life.
You get it right.
That's life, man.
That's right. Carrie, I want you to name 3 words that you have trouble spelling.
Definitely.
I'm definitely in that category.
Reportedly.
Sure.
Because I mix up the E's and the D's and the L's. I mix that up a bit.
Sure.
And the one I have trouble spelling. Sometimes when I'm typing too fast, I put the wrong there.
Yeah, but you know how to spell all of them.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think of another word I have.
I know one we had. It was a fun time on the whiteboard. Psoriasis.
Psoriasis, yeah. And scoliosis. I can't spell either of those.
Yeah, anything with like the PS whatever, I'm in trouble.
I'm sorry. It's like dyslexia. Why are you making the word for people who like have trouble with letters so difficult?
I would agree.
Gabe, can you name 3 different, maybe like big or long words that you can spell confidently?
Mississippi.
There we go.
What's the definition of like a big or long word?
Just like something that's bigger than cat or dog.
Oh, okay. Geography.
There we go. That's a tough one for some people.
Alphabet.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
Well, I mean, it's bigger than cat.
Darn tootin'.
More letters.
Isn't it crazy that the word alphabet has so many, like, has almost half the alphabet in it, I feel like?
Right.
Yeah.
Carrie, I want you to name 3 body parts.
The booty, the head, and the heart. That's all you need. A good booty, a good heart, and a good, like, head?
Cranium.
There we go.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Today we want to know, is there a food that when you have a bite or two of it, it just tingles from your toes to the top of your cranium?
It hits the right
spots. It hits all the right spots. You can just feel it electrify the entire portion of your body.
It just tastes really good.
Yeah, it's just really nice. But when you have, maybe a full plate or 2 plates or whatever, all of a sudden you're like, ugh, this is kind of gross.
Yeah. And
we don't mean gross as in you hate it, but it's just like you can't have too much of it.
It's too much.
Too much of a good thing.
Exactly. So for me, I'm a big fan of charcuterie. I love the cheese boards, love the cheese plates. But if I have like just one little slab of brie that's a little bit too much, like it turns for me in my stomach.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know why. I love the creamy cheese that brie is. But the fact that it's just so rich, it's too rich for me. It's a 1%er and I'm in the lower tax bracket. I can't handle that.
Sure.
That's a big one for me. And also obviously peppers.
Okay.
I love peppers, but if I have there's like one too many in my sandwich or one too many in my salad, I'm like, this is way too crazy.
Sure. That's actually, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I could eat like little jalapenos, kind of like chips, but I think you're right. After like 20, I'd be like, this is gross.
Our boss loves spicy peppers and it's ridiculous.
Sure.
I've had to eat like a habanero from his wife's garden once.
Oh, wow.
It was mortifying, but it still tasted good.
Yeah, I feel you.
But it was too much. I took one bite. I was like, oh, this isn't bad. 2 bites. Blech.
Yeah, I feel you on that. All right. Well, for me, do you know what is so good in like a 6-piece handful? Like 6 Skittles. I love a couple of Skittles.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a true story. When I was 17 years old, my friends in high school had asked, hey, what do you want for your birthday? And I didn't want anyone to buy anything because,
we're all 17.
Exactly, right? Save your money. All right, let's go do something fun, okay? And so I jokingly told everyone, like, oh, just give me like a bag of Skittles. And it spread like wildfire. I left that day with over 100 bags of Skittles. True
That's
story.
Crazy.
I had a buddy who bought 17 king-size bags. Like, it was insane. And this thing that started off as like a joke. And so, of course, I'm housing Skittles on the reg, trying to get rid of these things, donating them to anyone and everyone who needed them in the hallway.
You were like the NASCAR driver for Skittles.
Exactly.
You were repping them.
And to this day, I cannot eat an entire bag of Skittles. I could have a couple, and that's about it.
They are too sweet. I feel like again, no hate to Skittles. A few of them are good, but they are just too sweet. The thing I like about M&Ms is they're a bit of sweet, but there's also that that rich chocolate flavor where it's not too much. It kind of offsets the sweetness of that little circular sweet candy.
Sure, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And now, so unless you're in like a tuna noodle kind of thing, I would say I love and enjoy potato salad, right? Great around the July 4th or when you're bringing a dish to whatever, I will say, if you're housing like 2-3 things of potato salad, you're really setting yourself up for failure.
You're setting yourself up for a rough day.
You know the amount of potato salad you get as a side when you make your plate?
Yeah.
That's how much you need.
Yeah.
Any more than that, and it's just too much for me. I can't do it. And I love potato salad.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and I think it's great, but there is doing too much.
I kind of in the same lane as that for me, like when you go out for breakfast and you get eggs, like if you get like the Sunny Side Up eggs, for some reason, if I have like more than like one egg, I'm just like, oh, this is way too much. Like it's almost like if you take one bad bite of it, you're like, whoa, this is a different experience.
Yeah, I wish I could eat literally like regular eggs all day, every day.
But can't do that.
We're a big egg squad.
Yeah, you're a big egg. You're excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
What are some foods that are delicious in small amounts, but once you go overboard, you're like, oh, this is kind of gross. Another one that would come up for me would be like any kind of frosting. I really don't like frosting in general at all, to be honest. But
it's good, but
I just can't. Like more than one cupcake, I can't do it.
Do you ever like have? Growing up, we were allowed to like take a spoonful of icing and like have it. If you went for like 2 spoonfuls and like it hit that certain point in your teeth, it was just like too
stuck forever.
Exactly. You're like, oh gosh, it's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glynn and Carrie Mack. Happy Monday. We hope you had an awesome weekend. We spent some time yesterday at The Patch in Cedar Falls, the pumpkin patch. I think it's called just The Patch.
It is. It's not like the nicotine patch. It was like The Patch. And it was so much fun. I've heard about it, but I've never gone before. And it is so cute. It's perfect for, again, like hashtag non-spawn. But we had so much fun.
Yeah, they don't know we exist.
Exactly. They don't know us from like Adam and Eve or whatever. But we all had a great time. We went for a friend's birthday, and it was just a ball. We had some fun. There were some cute photo ops. Our friend who is a big fan of pumpkins just got a lot of pumpkins. And we got I got apple cider. I got a little sweet treat because they partnered with Bambino's, so they had some Bambino's cookies there.
Sure.
I had a ball, and Gabe was one of the most popular people there, not because, because of who we are. But because of who we were with.
That's right. We had the star of the family for sure.
Exactly.
The dog Winona was with us.
Yes.
At said patch, having a ball. A little too much of a ball, but sometimes your dog's just going to be excited.
Yeah.
And for the most part, she did all right, but she did have to go at a little 2-minute timeout at the end for sure. We were just a little too happy to be there, which was probably my fault. I was extremely lazy, did nothing at all on Sunday other than, go to The Patch and then Mulligan's Brick Oven Grill and Pub.
That was so good, too.
So, yeah, we always kind of joke around like a well-behaved Nona is a tired Nona. And sadly, we had just kind of spent the whole afternoon napping, so that's on me.
Well, no, it was like a last-minute get-together for our friend because she had come from Des Moines for a hot second.
Right.
So she came from Des Moines for a show the night before, back to her house in Cedar Falls. So we didn't know what was going to go on until like 2:30, 3 o'clock was when we really got the call that we should meet up at The Patch.
Right on. Either way, also big shout out to Mulligan's Brick Oven Grill and Pub. We went there the other day and it was just so good.
It was fire.
Great food. Another kind of free plug here. No, they don't know we exist at all either. But it was just nice. It was cool.
It was so good. I don't know if your friend group is like this, but our friend group is the one that gets all the apps. We share.
Yeah, we get like 4 of them and kind of pass them around.
Yeah, sort of like Thanksgiving dinner. We got the nachos. We got the potato skins were something else entirely.
Yeah, those were great.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And then I have some leftovers today, which I'm happy about. Yeah, so just an overall great day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, spending some time just kind of moseying around, I'd call it.
Yeah, putzing. We had a good time putzing around. And I will be putting a story together about our time at The Patch.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, make sure to keep an eye on the K92.3 app for that.
Luke Bryan, and then your Nashville news is coming up on the K-Country Morning Show.
It's the K-Country Morning Show on K92.3, and it's time for your Nashville News Minute. A bunch of Brantley Gilbert fans in Tupelo, Mississippi got to be part of a very special moment on Friday night. At concerts, we often see performers, artists, singers maybe get involved with a couple's gender reveal. It's really cool that they do that. But this is a whole new level. Brantley Gilbert had to run off stage in the middle of his concert when his wife Amber went into labor on his tour bus. He posted a video where he stops the show for some sort of emergency. Then it cuts to him calling his mom to tell her she's got a new grandson, and his name is Abram Howell Gilbert. You can read the full story on the K92.3 app. What an awesome experience for everyone involved.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, it really is. And luckily the baby is A-okay. Mom is doing A-okay, and Brantley Gilbert definitely is just happy that the baby's here.
I'm probably tired at this point.
I bet everyone's very tired, except for the people who went out to the show. Check out the full story of the K92.3 app. Not only for just, me regulating my body temperature, but because I'm saving some money, I turned off the AC completely.
Well, I would hope.
Yeah.
It was 60 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Usually I like to keep it, in the 60s, but I was like, hey, nature is my AC today. I'm just going to have the fan going on so it circulates. And let me tell you, I slept great.
Well, that's great. I'm very happy for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be happy for me and proud because I'm saving some dimes.
I don't know if I'm proud that you turned the AC up at 60 degrees. I think we have to have a little higher standards. But I'm happy for you though that you saved some money. That part I'm happy.
There we
for
go.
You.
I was thinking, dang, I'm saving some good money right now.
Sure. Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you'll want to leave it off today as well because we have a high of 55.
Hey-o.
So when you go home, don't go turning it back on.
I won't. I never understood. For the longest time, I thought, okay, the AC's at 65 degrees and the weather's at, the temperature in the air is 59 degrees. So
right.
that means, the heat's technically on. But no.
No.
Yeah. And I realized that this
works.
year. I was like, why is it still so cold? I thought the AC was controlling the entire temperature.
Oh, that's not how that works.
No, I learned, and boy, oh boy, did my wallet learn too.
Carrie Underwood, Kane Brown, Rodney Atkins are all coming up. Also on the way in about 10. Oh my gosh, I'm about to have tears in my eyes. In about 10 minutes, we're going to talk about food that's really good with just a couple bites. Once you go overboard, you're like, man, this is kind of foul.
Yeah.
This is from delicious to disgusting is kind of what we're talking this
Very
morning.
quick. Honestly, it's all about small doses, having things in small amounts.
That's right. So start thinking of those. Let us know. We'll dive on into this in about... It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Linden and Carrie Mack. What is a food, if you have just a little bit of, it's excellent. Mm-hmm. You know your day is just going to be better from that moment.
It's yummy. It's delicious.
But then you've gone too far, and you're like... This is kind of gross now.
You've gone to the dark side. And here's the thing. Everything is good in moderation. I don't
know. Have you ever had Brussels sprouts? No, I'm just kidding.
Brussels sprouts are delicious. Justice for Brussels sprouts on the show.
Absolutely not. But anyway.
Oh my gosh. I could just write an entire novel about my love for Brussels sprouts. But I will say this. I love brie cheese. I'm a big charcuterie girl. But if you have just a little bit too much brie cheese, it's too much, it's too rich, and I can't handle it. I can't emotionally handle it.
When you've had too much brie cheese, you got to switch to Anne cheese, or Emily.
Oh, that's funny.
See what
I like
there?
that. Hold on. That was good. That was good.
I thought you'd like that.
That was a little pop right there. I like that one. I was actually talking yesterday.
That joke is so sad. I apologize. But I've been sitting on that for 30 minutes.
It's a Monday, please, for the love of God. Bear with us. No, I was actually talking with our friend Ricky yesterday when we were out at Mulligan's for dinner, and for some reason figs came up. And I'm not a big fan of figs, but Ricky was like
Fig Newtons.
Fig Newtons,
sure.
The cookies are absolutely delicious, and I couldn't agree more with him. But if you have too many of them, the dryness of the cookie will just ruin the entire experience for you.
Yes, it will.
I do love... What are you giggling at now?
I am not giggling. I'm just looking at you. Let it rip.
I just love Fig Newtons. I know you have told me this time and time again. They are cookies for the elderly.
Okay, who's told you that?
You've told me that they're cookies for old people or something.
I've said that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Or maybe I've imagined it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know that there's a stigma around Fig Newtons, but justice for Fig Newtons here on the K Country Morning Show. But if you have one too many of the packets of Fig Newtons, I'm sorry, the joy is gone. The joy has flown south for the winter.
I think I do remember that conversation, actually. I'm with you, though. Yeah, sure. I'm with you on that.
They're good. Underrated. One of the best underrated cookies out there.
Sure. I'm with you. Yep. For me, there's a couple. It would be, the first one that comes to mind right off the bat would be potato salad, and I am a potato salad fan.
That's fair. Yeah.
I always, will take a scoop or two when I'm at the barbecue or at the get-together, what have you. Mm-hmm. But it does get to a point where if you've ate half the carton or the container,
whoa,
after that point, it's just like, okay, I'm kind of done with my whatever's in this salad, whether it's eggs, potatoes, or what have you. I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I've had enough mayonnaise and mustard for the day.
Yeah.
So that would be one for me. I like a good, whatever the portion is that you put on the side of your meal, that's enough.
I can go for second.
I like it.
I can go for seconds sometimes, but sometimes like the restaurant or the person preparing the food knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah. And then have you ever, I could say this about like many Skittles, but have you ever had the sour Skittles?
Yeah.
Have you ever had like too many where you almost damage the inside of your mouth? I don't know what it is, but it's like getting an ulcer on your tongue.
I have never gone that far.
Any sour thing and you have too many of it,
yeah.
I swear, it like wreaks havoc on the inside of your mouth.
Yeah.
Not only is that just unpleasant, but it's, after a while it starts to hurt and your whole day's ruined. So, a couple sour Skittles, I like to call it quits after.
I don't want to say it's salty, but it's like, it's kind of salty when you have a lot of them, I feel like. Or it has the same sort of effect that a lot of salt would have on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, sure. I see where you're going with that.
Thank
I'll have to Google it. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, too many Skittles I think can be a lot, but that's due to my own personal fault as a 17-year-old in school, so I'll take the blame for that. So I would honestly say any kind of like pudding.
Really?
Any kind of pudding at a certain point, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I need to like get up and go do something. I need to contribute to society here.
That reminds me so much. I used to love mashed potatoes. Love them.
Okay.
Like eat them all the time. They were one of my favorite foods. I got my wisdom teeth removed and like all I could eat pretty much was like pudding, yogurt, and mashed potatoes. Those were the things where I was getting a lot of my nutrients from. Yep. But I ate so much that it was rough.
Sure.
It was rough on my body. I couldn't look at another like mashed potato for like 2 years, I feel like, without being like, whoop, whoop.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know what you think. What am I trying to say here? You can message us on the K92.3 app. We also have this up on Facebook, or just give us a call, 833-4985. If there is a food you can only eat in small amounts and a story behind it that you want to tell us, we'd love to hear it at 833-4985. Luke Combs is coming up, and we'll dive on in to what you have to say right after that. It's K92.3. What is a food that is delicious in small amounts, but it takes very little to push too far, and now you find it disgusting? You can message us on the K92.3 app or Facebook.
It goes to the dark side. Russ said, Gabe, you're dead on about potato salad.
Let's go, Russ.
3 tablespoons 3 times a year will suffice, but another for me is pretzels. A small handful is good. They hurt my mouth at times.
Okay. I really like this Russ guy, I think.
He's
I think
on
him
your
and
team.
I have seen eye to eye multiple times in the past month or so. Russ, you're my boy, Blue.
Yeah. Russ, just a heads up, even though Gabe's leaving, please stick around. Please be on my side once he leaves, okay? Support me as well.
We were doing the math on that. Kind of wild. There's
9 days.
9 shows left.
I'm going to vomit. Samantha said, fresh pineapple. I absolutely love it, but it gives your mouth the same sort of feeling that the sour Skittles Gabe was talking about if you eat a lot of fresh pineapple.
Okay. I learned about why that is the cause.
We did the research.
That's right. Sour foods, and in this case, I would say fruit is pretty acidic.
Yeah.
But sour foods can make your tongue hurt because they contain acids that erode the top layer of your tongue. So I think, with maybe some people and acidic fruits, that could be the case as well.
Y'all are just sensitive. I'm kidding. And Samantha.
That's right. Toughen up the top layer of your tongue, all right?
Exactly. Come on.
I don't know, tongue ups, push ups. I don't know what you'd call them.
Heyo. Samantha said, she continued to say, some ramen noodles, like, I know it's nothing fancy or spectacular. I like a good ramen noodle when I'm not feeling good or something. But growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so we ate ramen a lot. And now I have to be in a specific mood for it now. I have to be in, and I'll buy a package and I'll eat like one and then I'm over it for like a year. It's kind of like cereal.
Sure, I'm like that with cereal as well. I don't know how people do the big giant like bowls you see in movies.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do
I
that.
mean, as a kid, that's pretty, like my mom just put like cereal in front of us for breakfast and that was our go-to thing. After having it so many times as a kid, I'm just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just too much. But also sometimes I get a hankering for Cinnamon Toast Crunch and it really does hit.
Yeah. Samantha, if you need some help just to spice up that ramen, what you need to do is when you're boiling the water, drop an egg in there and count to like 60 and then strain out the water. You'll be good to go.
There we go.
Fun fact for you.
Frank said deer back straps, but they are never gross. I've never heard of that. Is that meat or is that like a candy or something?
What?
A deer back
It's
strap?
like a meat, yeah.
Okay, it's a meat. Cool. Okay.
So is he just saying he likes deer back straps? Is that what I'm learning here?
But they're never gross. Like, it's just, if you have too much of it, it's too much for him.
Okay.
If you have like one too many.
All right.
Mary said sauerkraut. Janet said condiments.
Ooh,
almost
sauerkraut. What a call. That actually is very true.
Yeah.
I think it starts to kind of smell after a while.
Exactly. Same thing with condiments, like what Janet said. Almost any of them. I agree. As someone who used to love like just slathering, bathing all of my food in ketchup, I can't do it anymore. That's like, we've crossed over.
Carrie's graduated to like not 10 years old anymore. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm just growing as a person, growing with my taste buds. And there are some really good comments that we haven't gotten to yet. And one that I have to disagree with.
Oh, all right.
In a few minutes.
We'll talk about it coming up in about 10 minutes here on the K-Country Morning Show. It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Food that is delicious in small amounts but gross when you have a bit too much.
Jesse said on Facebook, K92.3 Waterloo, s'mores.
S'mores. Oh, sorry. It just ends there?
Yeah.
Oh,
those are fire, though. They're delicious.
I don't remember the last time I ate a s'more.
I haven't had a s'more in like a year or two. And honestly, I need it ASAP because we are getting to the end of s'mores season. And if I don't have one.
The end?
Yeah.
It's October 14th.
Yeah. In my mind, it can go until October 31st. I feel like you can have s'mores up until Halloween.
Why?
Because when I think of Halloween, when I think of October, I think of like a bonfire. You go out, you have some fun, you roast some marshmallows, you have a s'more.
You've never had a bonfire in any other month than October in your life?
No, I've had them like during the spring into summer, but we're nearing the end of s'more season for 2024.
I would completely disagree. Some of my favorite bonfires I've ever had were when there was like a light snow in November, December. Yeah.
Okay, but I don't see myself making a s'more, like schlepping out there and trying to, put the marshmallow on the rod,
Well, are you going to have a bonfire in November, December ever anyway? So if you're not going to have a bonfire in general, you're not going to have a s'more.
I know, and that's why I'm a bit upset about it.
Yeah. Well, some of the best bonfires, I think, are November, December.
Okay, we should have a bonfire.
Add that to your repertoire.
We should have a bonfire before you leave.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure.
Okay, Andrea said garlic. I got to agree with you about that one.
I love garlic.
I love garlic too, but like if you have just a little bit too much or if the garlic is just so powerful, it just ruins it, I feel like.
Not for me. I could put that on everything. I'm just a vampire's worst nightmare.
You are safe from all of the Draculas out there. Bram Stoker who?
Good timing.
David said something that I have to disagree with.
Okay.
He said candy corn.
Oh, he's right.
No.
1,000% right.
1 is fine. 2 reminds you how bad they are. After 3, you're just forcing yourself to like them because they're festive. David, I disagree with you.
He hits the nail on the head
I
right there.
got the little harvest package from Hy-Vee, and let me tell you, I've been going to town with them. I got the regular ones, and then I have the ones with the brown bottom, and then I got the little pumpkin ones.
Okay.
And they are delicious.
Okay. Candy corn is always the candy that's in the bowl around the house.
Yeah.
That's like chosen last. If you have a bowl with candy in it, little Reese's or Hershey's or whatever, it does M&M's, it doesn't matter. Candy corn is the one people like try to pick around.
Here's the thing.
No one's just housing a handful of candy corn.
I will say this.
If someone's at my house, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. If someone's at my house and we have a bowl of candy corn and I see them put their entire paw into that bowl and house a handful of candy corn, I'm instantly going to be judgmental.
Well, here's the thing. You're already judgmental with me. I do that. I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks because I have a bucket of it and I'm just enjoying it. It's a little snack. It's perfect. I will say this. During the holidays,
snack.
It's not my main dinner. It's not the entree. I go for chocolate first, obviously.
Oh, weird. I think you just proved my point.
But
you picked chocolate before the candy corn.
Everyone with the right sense would pick chocolate over any other candy. Candy corn is my solid second, though.
No chance.
I cannot
There is no chance.
Yes, I have a bucket. I will send you a photo today. I have a bucket of candy corn. It is halfway done.
Well, I'm not saying you don't sit and eat it, but if you have like every candy option in the world in front of you, candy corn's not going to be in your top 3 you grab.
No, it's my top 3.
No way.
It's in my top 3.
It's easy for you to say, I want to put this to the test.
Okay.
I'm going to be bringing it. I'm going to figure out a way to put this to the test. Message me on the K92.3 app. How can we test Carrie to prove she's not lying? Because Carrie will come on here and tell us all this big lie about how great candy corn is. And then we're going to find out she doesn't actually really like the stuff. She's just having fun on the radio.
We're going to do a bit. It's almost going to be like, what would you do with like Mike Quinones? And I'm going to be at a store or something, and you're going to put a bowl of candy corn and chocolate and see which one I pick. And then he'll come out and be like, what would you do?
That's right.
But candy corn is fire, and it's underappreciated, and I will die on that hill. It is pure candy.
I'll give you that.
It is pure sugar, but so are those Pixie Sticks, which are absolutely disgusting.
I don't mind a solid Pixie Stick once in a while.
You're just eating straight up processed sugar. There's no...
Actually, I don't even remember the last time I had a Pixie Stick, so there's that.
But do you remember the last time you had candy corn?
Nope, because I don't.
Because you're a hater.
You know, I'll be a candy corn hater. You're right. I'll dive on that hill by myself. Yeah. That's fine. Actually, I lied. There's a billion people on that hill with me, so never mind. Come on, troops. I will lead the way.
But there has to be someone out there who loves like the little Harvest candy mix that they have there. Please message me on the K92.3 app. I can't be the only one who loves candy corn.
It's the K Country Morning Show. Who's this?
It's Mike.
Okay. Mike, how are you doing today, man? Where are you calling from?
Jessup.
Right on, dude. What do you got for us?
Gabe, you're no longer a friend of ours. Nope, you're out of here.
Oh, all right. Hey, that's fine, man. That's fine, brother. That's fine. I can accept the consequences for my actions.
Candy corn and peanuts.
You know, I've heard about this, actually.
Those are so good. This is a very
Iowa thing. You've never had candy corn and peanuts in your life, Carrie.
But I imagine it would be a good combo.
Yeah, so don't tell me they're so good when you've never had them.
I'm just imagining that it's very good. I feel like candy corn and pretzels are very good, too.
No.
Okay.
Gotta be the peanuts.
Sorry. I'll go.
You're bad.
My bad. I'm sorry.
On the s'mores, I went over to my stepdaughter's house, and she is making s'mores on top of her stove top, making s'mores on her stove.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
See, you could do them all year long.
That's right. It could be a perfect delicacy in February.
But it doesn't have the same ambiance as like going out to a bonfire.
Oh. I'm on board with the candy corn.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, a very spirited phone call there this morning. And you know what, Carrie? I know you really want to use this, so I'll let you go ahead and tease what we have coming up here. We just got done talking about maybe some of our favorite things that are only good in little amounts, whether that's, foods, vegetables, or candy.
Mm-hmm. From one sweet treat to another. I got so nervous.
You botched the line.
Okay, one more time. Let's do it again.
All right.
Rewind.
You go from some of your favorite food to maybe some of your favorite vegetables. They're only either good in small amounts, or even maybe your favorite candy.
Mm. From one sweet treat to another. We're giving you a chance to fly away to go see Mr. Jelly Roll, one of the sweetest men in country music. Also, his name is also a sweet treat. The code is coming.
That code is on the way at about 8:20 on the K Country Morning Show.
In the course of the show, excuse me.
That was rude. I apologize.
Incredibly rude. But in the course of the show, I will put my feelings about candy corn and how good it is aside.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we got to talk about Jelly Roll.
From one sweet treat to another.
That's right. You have a chance to win tickets to see Jelly Roll in concert. We got round trip airfare for two, a 2-night hotel stay, and $500 in spending cash. If you are a frequent listener of the K Country Morning Show, you've heard us do contests kind of like this before, and it's the same thing. We're going to rifle off some codes for you today for your chance to win.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, Gabe mentioned it. It's not going to be a show in like Des Moines or Cedar Rapids. We're going to fly you out.
Yeah, you get to hop on a plane.
Yeah, hop on a plane and go check out Jelly Roll live in concert. It's going to be a great show. We'll have more details later, but I'm just so excited to be giving people the chance to go to Jacksonville to see Jelly Roll.
That's right. Right now, 37 outside, by the way, and Tyler Hubbard. It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we want to give you a chance to go see Jelly Roll. And I was reading this on the good old internet the other day, Carrie. Which, of course, everything you read on the internet is true.
Always true 100% of the time.
But Jelly Roll, he is down 100 pounds. He announced as he has a new album came out on Friday, and he surprised us with 6 bonus tracks, and it was just announced that he's opening his new bar in Broadway in Nashville.
Oh, right on.
And the biggest news from him was he's down 100 pounds, which is really cool. I think he mentioned it potentially on Rogan.
Yeah, I think he's been actively working to just better himself, so kudos to him on that.
Really cool.
And he's been going through a lot of awesome stuff, some great stuff, career highs, personal highs. So we're very excited to support Jelly Roll. Plus, I definitely need to listen to his new album. Forgot that it came out over the weekend.
That's right. So you have a chance to win 2 tickets to see Jelly Roll at VyStar Veterans Memorial Coliseum on November 23rd. How nice is that? Sometimes when we have concert ticket situations, you have to wait 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, maybe up to 9 months. This is next month.
Exactly. It's just enough time that you can give your boss a bit of a heads up. You can let them know, hey, I'm going to have to take the weekend off. I'm flying to Florida.
Oh, darn.
Ah, darn it.
Right.
And like I said, round trip airfare for 2 to Jacksonville will be included in this prize. 2-night hotel stay, $500 spending money. That's coming up at 8:20. And make sure you listen for the codes that we give you all throughout the day for your chance to win this once-in-a-lifetime trip to go see Jelly Roll.
That's right. Your first code is coming up in about 9 minutes here on the K Country Morning Show. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Jelly Roll is going to be performing at, I want to make sure I say this right, this is kind of a mouthful of a stadium here, at VyStar Veterans Memorial Coliseum coming up in November in Jacksonville, Florida, and we want to send you there.
Yeah, all you need to do is make sure you're listening for the codes that we give you all throughout the day. Plus, just a bit of a heads up, make sure you download the K92.3 app. Like Gabe always says, you can't win the Powerball if you don't purchase a ticket or if you don't get a ticket. And the good thing is, this ticket's free.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
We will be giving you codes at 8:20, 10:20, 1:20, 4:20, and during Taste of Country nights.
Beautiful.
So make sure you're listening. This hour's code is 748. Enter 748 into the free K92.3 app for your chance to fly away to Jacksonville, Florida, and have a great time next month. It'll be a great show. I've always wanted to see Jelly Roll live. He's one of those artists that's kind of on the bucket list right now.
Right on. 748. Good luck. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Have you ever wondered how much your arm and or leg is worth, Carrie?
Yes, I have. Because honestly,
this is true.
I almost spit out my water. I'm not even kidding you. In this economy, I think we're all just struggling to get by sometimes. And I am in a place where I'm trying to budget smarter, spend smarter, be wiser with my cash money. So I have thought about whether or not I would sell an organ or an arm or a leg to, just keep things kind of going even keel for a while.
Yeah. Well, you sometimes hear the saying like, oh, groceries or, oh, gas. It costs an arm and a leg these days, right?
Yeah. Well, does the cost of an arm and or a leg amount to what you get at the Hy-Vee?
A lot of groceries at Hy-Vee. A lot of groceries is what your arm is worth, Gary.
Oh, my gosh. Man, do we get the name brand stuff with this?
Oh, yeah. Oh. This is true. How much is an arm and a leg actually worth? We'll talk about it coming up in 10 minutes. I mean, Carrie, not only are you getting name brand stuff, you're getting 2, 3, 4 packages of them. Holy smokes.
Look at that.
I didn't realize your body parts were worth that much, supposedly. Your arms and legs. That's crazy.
I mean, honestly, What a wild time to be alive.
You'll find out how much your arm and or leg is worth in about 10 minutes on the K Country Morning Show. K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And sometimes strange thoughts enter into our brains here on the K Country Morning Show that I feel the need to share with you. I was curious this morning when I woke up, like if I really had to sell an arm, what would I give for it?
Which one, though? Is it like the good arm or the bad arm? Because everyone has like, you're a righty or you're a lefty. So is it the more dominant hand that is a little bit more expensive?
I think it would depend on the person who's receiving the arm, right?
Oh, there we go.
Because I'm left-handed, so most people would want my right arm, which if I had to get rid of one, that'd be the one, right?
That's smart. That's very smart.
I discovered how much your arm and or leg is worth. You've definitely heard the saying like, oh, gas, it costs an arm and a leg, or, daycare is an arm and a leg, or what have you, right? Well, just a heads up, if you wanted to sell your arm and or leg, it would be worth about $90 million.
Dang.
Here's the story. Sadly, there was this 56-year-old man who fell onto some subway tracks, and a train operator failed to stop in time. The train ran him over. All right. Now, he survived, so that's great.
Thank God.
But he can't work anymore due to losing one of his legs and most of his arm. When he went and sued said train place or subway place, turns out that he won. His arm and leg was worth $90 million.
Dang.
So there you go.
That is so true.
Hopefully you're never in a situation where you're that desperate, but it's nice to know that you could if you needed to.
I wonder what his job was. I wonder if he was like one of those, he was a laborer, maybe a construction worker, or iron worker, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. That's correct.
Because like for us, I feel like our arms and legs would not be worth as much.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's our voice.
That's right.
It's the vocal cords that would be worth something for us.
It's basically shoulder up.
Did you ever, what is it, that show Futurama where they had like Nixon's head and like a little thing?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we are and all our boss needs from us.
That's right. Either way, I thought that was crazy. If you happened to lose those and for whatever reason needed to get a lot of money, I guess you kind of sort of can, according to this story.
Is it weird that when I picture like how much like an arm and a leg is worth, I'm picturing someone like, chopping their arm off and selling it on like the black market.
Right.
Is that weird?
No, I
That's how I imagine
that.
it.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm really down on my luck. Let's see if I can get rid of a toe or something.
I wonder if like the thumb is worth something.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Monday. My name is Gabe. I'm with Carrie, and it's 39 and sunny out. And a little bit chilly as you go about your day, but not really. I mean, it's October.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be about 55, 56 at some point here today. And I'm excited for fall. It really kind of feels like fall now.
Yeah.
We had some fun doing some fall activities yesterday.
Yeah, we went to the Patch in Cedar Falls. It was a great time. Our friend Beth, she was celebrating her birthday, and she's big on the fall. She loves the pumpkin patches. So we went there.
That's right.
She's a huge fan, and it's such a cute little store. I'm writing a story about it right now. And then we went to Mulligan's. I haven't been to Mulligan's in a hot second, and I forgot how absolutely fire the food is. Great comfort food, and they had the games on TV.
Yep.
It was so good. Again, hashtag non-spun, but I had such a great time. Gabe had a great time. And we ordered so many apps.
Yes, we did.
I was full from like the nachos we had, the buffalo dip, the potato skins.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
What else we had? Egg rolls?
I didn't have the egg rolls, but I saw those.
Gosh,
they looked good.
Fire. Yeah, it was a good time yesterday. So I wasn't able to finish the entire Philly that I got. I have half of it in the fridge. I'm having leftovers for... What do you call? Is that what is our
brunch.
10 o'clock meal?
I would say brunch.
Yeah, it's not really breakfast, but it's a little early for lunch.
Yeah, it's brunch.
I'm excited for that. It's K92.3. This is Gabe Glidden with Miss Carrie Mack.
Over the weekend, we usually get a lot of really nice comments when we're out and about in the community, but this weekend it was a bit different.
Okay.
We got some hate. We got some flack because
Did we?
Yeah, well, I got it because Gabe's leaving. And that is all anyone had to say when they came up to me on Football Friday in Janesville and during my remote at Verizon in Waterloo. Had a great time. Got to talk to people at both events. But yeah, people were like, I guess Gabe's leaving, huh? You must be sad about it. I was like, yeah, I am. Why are you bringing it up, brother?
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we went to Janesville for Football Friday. I got
roasted pretty good at Janesville.
You got roasted pretty hard, and people came up to me and they were talking to me, trying to get like the 411 about what's going on with you. And I was like, hey, I'm not giving too many details. That's Gabe's thing. But I was talking to this nice lady named Jess, who has a lot of animals, talking about how she had a hedgehog.
Okay.
That was wild.
Cool.
But we were talking about Gabe and how he's leaving, and that continued to persist at my Verizon Waterloo remote. But had a great time there. I was hyping up some of the great deals at Verizon. And I will say this, the staff was incredible. They're so knowledgeable about the product. Plus, this was super sweet. One of the staff members actually walked an old lady to her car. Like...
Oh, it's like actual nice.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say they gave you like some deal on a phone or something.
No, so I was set up outside. I was playing some tunes, flying the flag, giving people a chance to win stuff. And I saw one of the staff members from Verizon in Waterloo walk an older lady to her car, help her get in there. She had a walker. And I was just like, man, that just shows how nice people really are, how they treat the elderly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I got to give a big shout out to all of the kids who I played football with on Friday. We were running routes. We were throwing passes. It was a great time. I don't know how any of the kids could see the football. I clearly am getting old. I was like, it is dark. How can you kids see this?
It was so funny. You
saw just bullets to these kids.
You saw the actual like football players like practicing on the field, and then you saw the real game going on the sidelines with Gabe and a bunch of like 8 to 12-year-olds who were absolutely like running Gabe ragged. Not because Gabe's like out of shape, but because they just had so much energy.
It was a great time.
It was so cute too.
A lot of fun. So big shout out to the kids I was playing some backyard football with. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. We're going to end today's program with a little game we like to call
Celebrities Gabriel Doesn't Know.
Oh, man. Only 8 more of those to go after that. That's so sad.
Stop.
That's so sad.
Talking, Gabe. I'm stressed. Today is October 14th, and neither of us have any friends who have a birthday today.
I mean, I have a couple, but I wouldn't call them really friends. It's more like, if I see them, I'm like, oh, hey, what up? And then I keep walking.
Yeah, I don't have any. I was about to say I don't have.
That's a rude way to put that. Sorry to those acquaintances.
I just realized I don't have. I was about to say I don't have any friends, but I don't have any friends' birthdays today. Yesterday was our friend Beth's birthday.
Let's
Happy
go,
birthday
Beth.
to her.
Happy birthday.
We love Beth here on the show.
Yes, we do.
Today is October 14th. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. You share a birthday with this 23-year-old who played Riley Matthews on Girl Meets World, the spinoff of Boy Meets World. She was also Jackie on The Goldbergs and Alex Cavill on Snowpiercer.
I have seen a few episodes of Girl Meets World.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
That show kind of reminds me of that 90s show.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fine. It's cool. I'll watch them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch a ton of Girl Meets World, but I watched all of that 90s show.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not know that girl's name. I mean, I can picture her face, but...
Yeah, she has one of those very big-eyed faces. That's Rowan Blanchard. Happy birthday to her. This 44-year-old man, he is an actor, and he played Q in the latest James Bond movies. He's also Rabbi Milligan on Fargo. I think he also plays Paddington Bear. Or he's in the Paddington Bear movies.
Sorry, who is he in Fargo again?
Rabbi Milligan.
Oh. I don't know.
Ben Whishaw, whatever.
Oh, I have no idea who that is.
This 46-year-old, he performed at the Super Bowl halftime show recently. And I will do an impression of one of my favorite songs by him. It is Lyrical Genius. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Thank you.
I got it. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Usher.
Yeah, there we go. Usher. I feel like he's a cool guy. I'd want to have a beer with him or something. Let's see what else we got going on today. This 85-year-old, he is a fashion designer. You probably have his cologne. Guys usually have his cologne. I think he's not the Polo guy. It's a different guy.
Can I just rifle off the 4 fashion designers I know?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Gucci.
Nope.
Fenty.
Nope.
Prada.
Nope.
Polo.
It's kind of in the lane of polo.
Okay, the only other one I can think of, because the cologne is exactly right, is Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph Lauren.
Is that right?
Yeah,
oh,
you
wow,
got it.
let's
You
go.
got it. You killed it, man.
All right.
Okay, this man died in 1969, and he was a former president. The description says he played 800 rounds of golf during his 8 years as president.
Oh, 8 years. So he had 2 terms?
2 terms. He died in 1969.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what, era.
So the 60s. Okay. Or he died in
He's
the
the
60s.
34th president of the United States.
I should probably know this, to be honest, but I don't. Who is it?
He is Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh, I really actually should have known that.
Yeah.
I should have. I gotta be better. I should have known.
You should be better for sure.
Sorry, Dwight.
Today is Be Bald and Be Free Day. 17 days.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Baldies, come on now.
I've noticed there are so many bald men who work in radio.
I'm gonna shave my head today just to unite with all of the clean shaven men out there.
Yeah, the Mr. Cleans of the world, the pit bulls.
My hair's longer now than it has been in a long time.
It is pretty long.
It is getting
I
kinda
like it long. 17 days until Halloween and 28 days until Veterans Day.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. We're going to try to be a little bit better tomorrow. The world's full of nice people. If you can't find one, you got to be one. If you want a chance to potentially go see Jelly Roll, be ready with Jess at 10:20.